square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him. They give a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And they'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Smith on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Complete to
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Smith. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll run on first down. Here's Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Antonio Gibson.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back.
A gain of 5.
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Give it here to his running back. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Smith, in front for the football, and it's intercepted. And it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Intercepted.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as he'll bring him down shy of the 20.
The ball carrier.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It's intercepted. Foster picks it. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And he's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you pop it out of it? We're going to find out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Almost intercepted. He could have picked it. Maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Open man here is Sims, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to put out the fire, and they did holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard
now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there.
One good thing for him, he did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown.
Big thanks to the defense.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
10 at the
Love the play
42-yard
call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Prescott yet again. First down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun again to Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Elliott, toss right. He's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chase Young, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And the double team is intercepted. Anticipation and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know, most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
The Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to the best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard
Prescott
line.
now. Out to the right here to Wilson. Right past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll throw again. Prescott. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Intended
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. This will be from 49 yards out.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway.
It is good.
And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2.
Washington 3.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing the drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
And that one will bounce out the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to get at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good go.
Throwing on 3rd down. Smith. And he dumped it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing again is Smith. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this seconds inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's McKissick. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. They're looking for McClellan, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now he'll pull it down. Prescott straight. It's Washington that scoops it. Center shot at the 27-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for J.D. McKissick.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Gonna give this time to tailback. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Brings up 4th down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for this
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try and run for it. He's going to be short of the first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
That was the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
17, Terry McLaurin.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
Washington.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
There on special teams as they get him down shy of the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. at their own 19.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll push forward for about 4 to the 23.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Landon Collins made the tackle.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
Prescott's pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Ezekiel Elliott got taken the distance. Ezekiel Elliott, 68 yards. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't matter. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down on 1 does for me.
At their own 25.
Here comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third quarter.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Smith, the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Smith on 3rd down. Disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come right up there and attack this guy. Now the 4th quarter, you come up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down in 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
The 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Elliott on the carry.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. This is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott on 1st down. Catch made right side by Wilson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he lost the football. I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wrapped up with a good play. And we're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
First down, Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on second down. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
To get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run off first down. Gibson works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Throwing is Smith. Will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This is a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Third down, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. From the 50, it's Smith. And he's got his man. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair, low scoring, but my kind of football.
But maybe in your world, it's a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.